31 years in local law enforcement. I started out in the San Diego Police Department. While I was there, went to night school, then resigned and got my degree at San Diego State. I then went on the Sheriff's Department. I worked my way from deputy sheriff all the way to the number 2 person in command of the Sheriff's Department. I was a patrol sergeant. I was a detective. I was a SWAT team leader. I was also the SWAT commander. I was the commander of the Sheriff's Academy, commander of the Otay substation. I was a commander and opened the El Cajon jail. I opened El Cajon jail, and nearly 3 years I was there, we never had one successful escape. After I was transferred out of there, they had so many escapes, they shut the jail down. I was also commander of the Poway station. That was where you're in a contract city. You're basically the chief of police in that area, and then as the undersheriff. While I was there, I spent 10 years on my city council in La Mesa. Then I ran for the California State Assembly. I spent 6 years, which is the maximum amount of time you can spend, as the vice chair of the Public Safety Committee, where I focused my energies on laws to protect our families and our children. I am not endorsed by any union. I think that's a plus. I have Sheriff Joe Arpaio, toughest sheriff in America. I have Congressman Douglas Hunter. I have his father. I have Senator Dennis Hollingsworth. I have the Independence Caucus, all the grassroots, the Vista Tea Party Patriots. I believe that you should be judged by your past actions and your past experience. One of my opponents, the highest that he's gone in his career, is the rank of lieutenant, so he's never commanded anything. He has been a shift supervisor, but he's never been in command or anything. He's never had to do a budget and live within that budget. My other opponent, the appointed sheriff right now, has never, ever even answered one single call for help from a citizen in this county as a member of the Sheriff's Department. Never been a patrol supervisor, never been a lieutenant or a captain or a commander. This was a longtime family friend of the current sheriff who was brought over when he left the FBI. You need to read about Ruby Ridge, Idaho. An incident occurred there where he was one of the command staff. Make a long story short, the Reader's Digest version, they changed the policy for the use of lethal force. And as a result, a young woman holding her baby behind a closed door was shot and killed at Ruby Ridge. When he was questioned about this by a paper, in essence he said, no, we didn't do anything wrong, we simply changed the rules to fit the situation. That's not how rules work. That's not how the Constitution works. The Senate subcommittee investigating an incident at Ruby Ridge said it was a definite violation of the Constitution, as did the federal courts. But when he was called to testify in executive session with that Senate subcommittee, he refused to testify because he was invoking his Fifth Amendment rights. Now that is your right and your privilege in America. But if a peace officer of any, whether it's federal, state, or local, is called to testify in an incident that occurred, and they didn't do anything wrong, and they were legally, morally, and ethically right, then they owe it to the public to testify. But he refused. You draw your own conclusions. He was later transferred to San Diego and was a special agent in charge of the local field office here with the FBI. When he was there, he received a directive from the Washington office saying, focus your concentration on counterterrorism. Do not concentrate on drugs, do not concentrate on gun violation. Focus on counterterrorism. He did not do this. He ignored that directive. Don't take my word, read the 9/11 Commission report. That'll tell you. Then what happened is we had 2 terrorists come to San Diego. They moved in with an FBI informant. The FBI was aware they were here. They used their real names, purchased things in their real names, took flight lessons in their real names, and boarded a plane and took that plane over and crashed that plane into the Pentagon on 9/11. Now, you ask yourself this question. Had the directive from Washington been followed? Had that directive been adhered to? Had he taken the orders the way he should have? Would we have discovered these 2 terrorists here? If we discovered them, would we not have been able to absolutely stop or prevent 9/11? There's over 3,000 people in the Twin Towers that would like that question answered. How about you?